Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop Opinions. Blackpink are dropping an EP in November. Miracles do happen.
It's like when you're slicing cheese for pizza, you grate with attitude.
Oh my god, I want to gratitude some carrots on a salad right now.
1. Blackpink are scheduled to drop an EP in November. Y'all thought they'd release it mid-tour? Nope, they're doing it basically at the tail end. Is Logic even in the building? Couldn't tell you. From the shows that are scheduled, they've got 6 in November, then a 2-month break until the last 2 stops
Wait.
in Tokyo and Hong Kong in January.
So what are the dates of the the tickets are going to get very competitive for the
Aren't they already
Okay.
sold out?
they're all sold out.
I would think
The
so.
ones they are or no?
I would think so.
So what are the dates of the ones that are in November when around the time they're dropping? Does
Well,
it show?
it says one is on November 1st and 2nd, then there's
That's
then
where
Jakarta.
Oh.
Then,
Oh, okay, these.
Then after that, it's Bulacan in Singapore and
I never heard of
it's
Bulacan.
in the Philippines.
Mm.
And in the end of November. So yeah,
Mm. What are the dates for Tokyo and Hong Kong?
that's in January next year.
In January?
Oh wow! Then Tokyo's from 16th to 18th.
Wow, it's a long tour. This is going to be from fall to winter. Wait, summer. They started summer.
That's not that in K-pop terms. That's a very short tour.
So
Stray
I
Kids been on a tour
I
for like
thought
a year already.
Being
Yeah.
I thought it's like half a year. for a
Nah,
tour.
nah. Well, in America, yeah, but in K-pop they tour for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Cause I think what I think is you do your first leg, okay, North America. Your next leg will
Yes,
be the other half.
in
no?
the West, yes, Beyonce just did her tour like 4 months.
yeah.
But in K-pop, they tour for like 2 years almost. It's like it's never ending touring there. Yeah.
So them dropping this album like midway, I consider tail end.
It's not midway, it's tail end.
Is considered the tail end.
Well, yeah. Look, it's gonna be
You have
on.
like 1, 2,
There's only
3,
4
4,
shows
5.
after.
No, 5.
Well,
no?
Jakarta's on the 1st in November. Doesn't mean on November 1st.
Oh.
If they drop it on November 5th, Jakarta already gonna miss out on the album.
But even you don't think maybe special performances? Maybe
I do think they will release at least a song before the
Yeah,
album. Yeah. So
yeah.
Jakarta should probably get at least one new song. Yeah.
Because typically when the artists drop a whole album,
They do pre-release singles. Yeah.
and also even in their tours, their performances, they don't perform necessarily all of it. They pick a good sample of the old and new, and
I mean, let's be real. Blackpink don't have that many songs to be sampling. I think they should perform their whole new thing. Blackpink is not no Stray Kids where they have 200 songs that they can pull from.
man.
So the EP is gonna land between those November dates. That's not mid-tour hype. That's end-of-tour filler. And let's be real, they'll probably tack on more shows anyway. The tour's already printing money off
Yeah,
one track.
that's
So an
true.
encore leg is practically baked into the plan. Might even have been the plan
But
from the
it may
start.
not be
This has
guaranteed.
all the fingerprints of a
Oh.
classic YG milk the brand cycle. The rumor from the start of the year already called it. First you hit with a single to wake up the casuals. Then you roll out the tour so they panic buy tickets thinking it's their one shot. Then you drop the mini to freshen up the set list, and finally you announce an encore leg that's basically the same
Girl,
tour with a
when
new
you
coaster.
put it
And
like
of course,
that, I feel like I just got finessed.
I think that's a great scam.
I just got finessed.
That's a great scam.
The way she put it down like that.
The problem is the fans gonna. Well, it's not a problem. The fans are gonna eat it up. So there's no problem. Good for them. They like it. Cool. But yeah, it's a scam. Those people
Okay.
that paid and went, especially if like there was a tour in not tour, a concert in Seoul, in when they opened up at Seoul, right? I believe they opened in Seoul, or not Seoul. Let's say this. They were just in the States, right? So they performed in LA or wherever, and if they go back to LA like in February next year with the new songs, yeah.
But didn't YG
Unless they call it, they do another tour. Don't say it's the same tour. It's a new tour. Then okay, fine. I will give them that. Yeah, go ahead.
didn't YG say new music coming?
He did
We
promise
thought
new
he
music.
said
Yes, he
new
did
music.
promise new
It's just
music.
people
Yeah.
were confused, like music plural or
Yeah,
music
people were
solo.
expecting more. I mean,
So
we can sit
I think
here-
they were being honest.
we can sit here, bitch, and moan all day. The people are paying to see them. They're happy. And that's what matters, I think, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If it's haters can sit here and hate on it, on the way they're doing things, that's fine. But the blings, they're eating it up. So as long as they're selling out,
Yeah.
there's nothing for us to sit here and complain about.
Because I think there's like the narrative that this is the last time Blackpink gonna perform as a group. So every time they treat it like maybe this is the
know.
last
Who
opportunity
knows?
we're gonna see them together.
Who
So it's gonna
knows?
be an epic moment.
Who knows?
That's what I think. And also, I don't know if it's guaranteed that all the girls are gonna be up for a next leg.
I think
That's
that
a
if they're
little bit
touring
too
as Blackpink, they
premature.
would be. I don't. It just doesn't sit right with me that they call it Blackpink tour and the three girls. No, that's just not right. All four
But
have to
I
be there.
don't think anyone was finessed because at the end of the day, people had let us know that there were some people who didn't have an opportunity to see them perform as a group when they first went on tour. This was their opportunity; they got to see it. Now, what new music? That's interesting.
As I said, if the Blinks are happy, we don't.
Yeah,
There's nothing
yeah,
to talk
yeah.
about. The moment Blinks stop buying tickets,
Mm-hmm.
then we can talk about it. If they sell out, like what's there to
Yeah.
talk about?
It's just to me, I think they're gonna go on a different tour and call it something else.
But
Like, you know how Beyonce just finished now her
then they have to drop
cowboy.
a new album.
Yeah, but did she? Let me get to it. You see,
Get
yeah,
to it.
Beyonce dropped Cowboy Carter. She did the tour for that. Now this is supposedly her next leg of the tour is gonna be her rock album.
Right?
So they can do something similar.
Right, but Beyonce's next tour would be probably in a year or two. It's not like she's gonna be like she just finished. She just had last concert like what a couple weeks
Well,
ago,
she kind of
and all
did.
of the sudden, in
Listen,
October, let's go on tour
listen.
again.
The
She's not gonna
Renaissance.
do
There
that
was a quick turnaround from the Renaissance to the Cowboy album.
to the Cowboy album, but to the tour, it's a year and a half. The Renaissance finished in October 2023, and she went on Cowboy Carter tour this
And in
year.
2020,
No, this year.
I thought in the
She
2024.
started.
No, because remember she did the Christmas.
That was not a tour. That was just one
That
performance.
was the one to the
That
tour
was not the-
that gave you the taste.
Okay, Rochelle, but talk about the tour. The tour
Okay,
started this
okay.
year. She started on the.
Allowed to the tour.
She went on the tour in April or so. That's when she. So it's about a year and a half.
Mm.
So if Blackpink drop the album and then go on a tour next November, no issues whatsoever. But if they go do the encore or whatever tour and do the same thing like starting February, then it's. But again, we don't really have the right to sit here and complain because we're not the target audience for this. Target
Yeah, I
audience,
think that
if
is-
they're happy, then
that-
there is
yeah.
no conversation.
You wrap it all up with a big homecoming concert in Korea, marketed like it's the emotional final goodbye, right before announcing the next grand return. They've done it before, other bands do it, and it works because most of the general public doesn't clock the pattern. 2. Golden might be the biggest K-pop song ever released. 656
Yeah,
perfect
it
all
is.
kills? That's a full-blown history rewriting stat
is.
obliterating middle finger to the entire industry's business model. New Jeans Ditto was supposed to be untouchable, yet here we are watching a movie OST knock it clean off the throne, and it'll only go up. And you can't even play the well, it's just in
I don't want to say it's the biggest K-pop song ever released yet. I think
Really? Until you
yes.
see the charts where it's running, try to be
Yeah,
side.
well, yeah, exactly. That's my point. They have to earn that right. Not yet. They haven't earned that right for me. For me, I think the biggest song yet. I think two songs have an argument. It's either Dynamite or Gangnam Style. I will give the edge to Gangnam Style because I think if you go ask random person on the street,
Yeah, they would know
Dynamite or Gangnam Style, they would know Gangnam Style over Dynamite. I'm fairly confident more people would know Gangnam
because
Style.
it was like very viral.
Yes,
You didn't have to be in K-pop to know. I didn't even know
That-
K-pop existed when
I
that
did-
came out. I didn't
me
understand.
neither,
that at all.
yeah.
I just thought this was something viral that was going crazy, and you had to watch it.
And Gangnam
You had to watch it, not listen to
Yes,
it. Watch it.
and Gangnam Style has the YouTube numbers to back it up. It's over 5 billion streams, maybe even 6 at this point. The Dynamite does not have those numbers. Now, Dynamite does have a better chart success in the United States, yes, but the charts, it's just as I said, like regular people on the street
Yeah.
pick like a
But not
random
on
person.
Billboard, because they say
On
in
Billboard?
13. No, they say in 13 years it hasn't been beat. You told
That's
me 13
UK,
years.
Rachel. That's
Oh,
UK.
it's UK. Oh,
Yeah, in the States, it's
that's a big deal to me too.
but that you have a great point. In the UK, for example, Dynamite did not even get to number one. Gangnam Style
bigger
did.
in UK before USA.
Yeah, so I would say the biggest K-pop song now is Gangnam Style, but not Butter. Dynamite is number 2. I think Golden is not there yet. I think even Butter is bigger than Golden now. But I think Golden has a chance to get there. I'm not saying that it doesn't have a
needs
chance.
time to
Yeah, it's a little premature to claim
And
that.
we'll be still talking
Yeah.
about this year from now.
Yeah, but if it's possible that it can do that, I'm not dismissing it. And notably, also Apathy would be honestly Apathy at this point might be challenging Butter for that third spot. I would say in terms of like most popular K-pop songs.
Korea card because Golden is global, number 1 in the UK, number 1 in Australia, topping Spotify Global, sitting pretty at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 with the kind of velocity that says, we're not stopping until we plant a flag at number 1. It doesn't have consistent radio play, which makes this climb even more feral. This is pure streaming, downloads.
To me, it doesn't. She said it makes the climb more feral. To me, it's not that. To me, that makes it less. Like that makes the argument for the most popular song weaker. Because to be that song, you need radio play. Gangnam Style had it, Dynamite had it, Butter had it, Apathy has it. You need radio play, and I don't want to hear nothing about no payola.
Jimin didn't have radio play. Oh, it's my heart beating
He did actually
Yeah.
have radio play. Yeah, so you need radio play. Without radio play, there's no argument to make that it's the biggest K-pop song ever.
And cultural saturation doing the heavy lifting. It's the kind of momentum Western acts would literally set themselves on fire for. What's making this all the more absurd is how it's rewriting the PR playbook for K-pop in the West. It's hitting casual listeners, not just the stan bubble, which is the exact bridge K-pop has been trying to build for years. For all the millions sunk into English singles, US label partnerships, and desperate crossover moments, the actual cultural moment came from a demon-hunting movie soundtrack. You can't script this level of irony. And yet, despite all this dominance, award show politics will still find a way to clip its wings, because the K-pop industry still treats OSTs like second-class citizens. Golden might not even be eligible.
But I will say this though, it might not be the biggest K-pop song ever, but I think it's the biggest K-pop song. When did Dynamite came out? This decade or 2019? Because
I'm leaning towards.
Actually, no, never mind. It's not even the biggest song this decade. It's still Apathy is bigger than this. Yeah.
You think
It has it has some growing to do. Yeah, it has to grow a little bit.
For Song of the Year at most Korean year-end shows, the Melon Music Awards is basically its only shot at a daesang in that category, which is laughable considering its numbers have eaten every other 2025 release alive. Best case scenario? It gets the Ali I Will Go To You Like the First Snow treatment and sweeps OST categories into oblivion. Worst case? The industry pretends it's just an OST while handing Song of the Year to something with a fraction of its impact. And don't get me started on the Grammys. This is exactly the kind of project that could sneak in because Netflix has the kind of industry pull even the biggest
Grammys does have the biggest OST, right? Category. Wicked won last year. Wasn't it Wicked? Or whatever.
No, it was not Wicked.
It was the
Remember?
other. It was anime, right? Who won?
Um,
I think it was between Wicked and the anime. With the
it's not
one.
Wicked.
Okay, but it was the anime. I don't
They
know.
had
remember.
Wicked perform to not give them one.
I know, but I'm saying it was the anime track, the one that Stray Kids had a part of. It was Strome. It was the anime, whatever. My point is, Grammys do have OST, and this actually, I think this is a very strong candidate for the best OST. That is a great point. They might be the first K-pop track to win a Grammy.
K-pop agencies can't buy. Soundtrack albums have made the main categories before, but it's rare as heck still.
Now,
With
to
its
be fair,
Was it? No, this was the Tonys that we were talking about.
I'm talking about Grammys.
Oh,
I don't know
I'm
what you're
thinking.
talking about.
I'm thinking Tonys.
No, I'm talking about Grammys. Apathy also, to be fair, has a good chance at the Grammy. So I think 2 songs this year from K-pop have the first, have the chance to be the first one.
What was the
K-pop.
performance where we had Doja Cat, Lisa,
Oscars.
and Ray? It was the Oscars. Okay, Oscars.
No, but I'm talking about the
Oscars.
Grammys, not about Oscars.
So what about OST having chance in the Oscars?
I don't know. We're talking about Grammys.
I know, but I feel like they said that these
Os-
songs don't have a place, and
But Oscars
feel
don't
like-
carry the same weight as the Grammys, though.
they
Grammys,
don't.
Grammys
You
is
got
a
to
music
have,
award.
but to be an EGOT, you gotta have an Oscar.
No, I mean, yeah, Oscars is great. If they, I don't.
I would take an Oscar.
Yeah, I don't think there's a K-pop song that won an Oscar before and they first.
That would be really cool.
That would be good. That would be good. But I think the Grammys is still, in terms of music, Grammys is the the holy grail.
Main metrics and Netflix backing, Golden might have a better shot than any traditional K-pop release. In recent memory, it's the biggest cultural ambush K-pop has pulled off since Gangnam Style. Except this time, it's not a novelty one-hit wonder. It's proof
No, it's not. This is once again the people that live in K-pop bubble. It's not. It doesn't have the same impact. Yes, it's killing Spotify, but nobody outside of K-pop bubble, and like, I don't know anybody who knows this song. I never heard this song on the radio. Like, this song is just doesn't. Gangnam Style was everywhere. Grandmas knew it, kids knew it.
It was
This
on
is-
TV.
What?
It was on TV, like, oh, this viral sensation, or like in
Who?
news.
Gangnam Style?
Yeah, yes,
Oh.
because remember what was trending is like also the dance moves, because it came
Yeah.
around the time like Harlem Shake, that was the perfect
Yes,
time for
that
those type of
that
songs.
time was a very like meme music type
Mhm.
period. Where we have a lot of meme songs from that time period. It was a big
Call it
thing.
meme.
Meme, yeah, whatever.
You're not that age. You're not that age.
What age?
to call it Mimi.
It's Mimi.
Memes.
Meme with Y at the end. Mimi. What's wrong with you? Anyway, yeah, this song is like in the K-pop bubble is a huge song, but it doesn't have the same global pull that the it might. Again, I'm not saying it will. It might, but it's not there yet. We're assuming that everybody has Netflix. A large chunk of population don't have Netflix to even see this movie.
Have we seen this song covered by an American artist?
Well, we haven't seen it. Doesn't mean they haven't
I
covered it.
know. But if someone had, would it like we heard about it?
Not necessarily. I can't jump
I
to
feel
that
like
conclusion.
I feel like
I mean,
people
if
would've told
if the
us for
algorithm would have
sure.
suggest, like, okay, let's put it this way: no cover have blown up, because if it was blown up, we would have reacted.
So the biggest cover we have done is just within the K-pop industry.
Morissette had the best cover.
But the biggest, like in terms
I don't
of,
know in terms of Morissette. Out the covers I've seen, Morissette did the best cover of Golden.
I didn't ask you for who the best. I said who did the
Guys,
biggest.
check out Morissette cover
Who did
Golden,
the
the best
biggest?
cover by far.
That when K-pop stops trying so hard to cater to Western formulas and instead focuses on its DNA, it can actually own the global stage, whether the industry wants to fully acknowledge it or not. Golden just set a new bar. And it's going to haunt every biggest comeback of the year press release for a long time. At first, I was side-eyeing this soundtrack like it had personally wronged me. The songs had all the K-pop DNA I've been begging for.
You know,
Bridges,
that is so
outros,
interesting.
theatricality.
Because the sound of Golden, you know, a lot of people who are dropping music now in the K-pop world, that sound is not like Golden, unless it's like.
Well, Golden took from IVE literally, so I mean that's why IVE did have those songs. It's
So
just
how come IVE? What's wrong with IVE then?
their lyrics. Their lyrics are in Korean. That's the biggest factor for me. If their songs, okay, two things: lyrics.
Because there's Golden style is not like, I mean, not Golden style.
Two
Golden is not so like unique. It's not a unique song. That's what I'm saying.
two things. The lyrics, Golden is successful because it's mostly English. There is a couple phrases in Korean, but it's mostly English. Two, marketing. IVE does not have Starship, I think, is IVE. Yeah.
Do you think Netflix?
Yes, Netflix marketing engine is way bigger than any K-pop engine can pull off.
So how
So,
does that?
It's
I wonder how it operates because you post it on Netflix. How you get people to watch it? Do you have any heavy hitters or
Netflix pushes it. It's Netflix. If this, there's nothing special about this song.
You know what I think? It could be because this song is on a movie that doesn't have any affiliation to a label, so you don't get label stand. You know.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
everyone wants to gonna watch
Yeah,
it
that
together.
it takes away
as
that
a
label
collective, because
stand them from
the
together.
label
Yeah, you're
stands,
absolutely right.
the label stands. I feel like okay, they watched. Okay, if you're a label stand for where IVE is at, only them gonna watch and give them
Now,
numbers.
I've never seen a Starship label stand. I think that it comes to label stand, it's the big four, no Starship,
But you get what I'm
Cuba.
trying
I've
to
never
say.
seen those.
I
get
think
what
this
you're
was
saying.
like a
Yeah.
collective, like
It's a
this is
unified.
yeah, this is what united
There's no
us.
division. There's no
There was
division.
no
Yeah.
division,
Yeah.
so everyone watched, they supported, they vibed.
Yeah.
But they also felt like they'd been cloned in a lab from every chart-topping hit of the past decade. Golden? I could point to exactly which classics it cribbed from. Soda Pop? Your Idol? Same story. It wasn't inspired. It was copy-paste levels of obvious. And it rubbed me the wrong way so bad I scrubbed the whole thing from my playlists. But plot twist, they grew on me. Every single track wore me
Yeah, I
down
feel
until
like-
I caved.
I
They're
feel like
complete
every
songs with
song,
action.
people can hear
Other
aspects of their
songs, yeah.
faves, and you know, but it's not outright saying okay, this is this person, so people can genuinely.
Oh
like
no!
it.
In Golden, I can easily say it's IVE, and I can pinpoint the songs that they're from.
But it's not IVE,
Well, it's not IVE
so it's
people,
not, you're not
but it's-
betraying your kingdom.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Actual structure and emotional payoff. The kind of maximalist full course pop the industry's been starving itself of for years in the name of chasing stripped down Western trends. The thing is, I judged them in a vacuum, which was my mistake. Context matters.
Because
This is an
at the
OST
end
for
of
a
the
movie
day,
introducing
Golden, as much everyone says IVE, how come IVE couldn't do what this song has
Well,
done?
I just told you why.
Yeah, but the thing is that what does that mean in the future for IVE? Are they gonna now switch how they put out their music?
Well, yes. If K-pop wants to make it in the States, they need to
That would be
make English music.
interesting.
Nobody's gonna
Interesting.
listen to Korean music here. Period. That's one.
Oh,
Two, you need
see,
marketing.
Cordis,
It's just need
Cordis,
marketing.
Cordis is coming out with the English version of
Who
Go.
cares about Cordis?
No, my brother, he loves it. He's a big fan. He supported it.
Guys,
He
check
he
out his
did a
page.
video.
Apparently, he
He
liked
loves
it.
it. He loves it.
No comment.
So I'm saying what we're seeing now is releases of the same song twice. There's one catering to the
Yeah,
K-pop world.
not gonna work because
Why?
they've been
Why?
doing
Because
that.
they're gonna
They've been
count the
doing that.
same, no?
Yes, but they've been doing that. They don't push the English version. Let's RFM.
No, because now they're gonna align themselves with H. We've seen that. We've seen like
But
there's
they, Rochelle,
groups that are
hype
aligning
groups,
themselves with PR here in the States.
hype groups. Every group when they drop it, the title track, they do the English version later. It still doesn't pop up because they don't push the English version. They just drop it for their. If they want it, they have to drop the English version first and then make the Korean version as an afterthought, not the other way around.
Why?
Because the second song never gets the second version never gets the push that the first one does.
That's not true.
Yes,
There
it
was-
is because
there was-
anticipation when the song drops, everybody's waiting because they schedule it. Oh, at midnight, Friday midnight, the song is dropping. Everybody's waiting, and the sub drops in Korean, and then on Saturday, Sunday they drop an English version. Who cares? Drop the English first. Saturday, Sunday, drop the Korean song.
In K-pop to the
disagree.
general public, you don't serve the newbies some hyper niche avant-garde experiment. You give them a highlight reel of what the genre is. In that sense, this soundtrack is the perfect gateway drug. It's like a K-pop starter pack compressed into a few tracks. The big choruses, the whiplash production switches, the vocal flexes, the shameless drama. Now that I get the purpose, I can't even be mad. I'm obsessed. Golden and Takedown are on constant loop. 50 plays a day minimum. Album of the year, no hesitation. Honestly, I hope this makes the industry look in the mirror and stop sanding down K-pop's edges for Western approval. We've been out here serving diet radio filler while pretending it's global strategy, high hype, and losing the very theatrical chaotic soul that made K-pop magnetic in the first place. Maybe 6th Gen will finally bring back experimentation and the unapologetic extra energy instead of playing safe copycat. Also, can we talk about the actual line distribution crimes in the movie? Yumi and Jinu hogged about 90% of their group's lines. How do you have 3 members and give Yumi 99% of Golden? What about the other girls? Justice for Zoe and Mira, and while we're at it, justice for Saja
Well-
Baby and Abs and Sasha Boys too.
Well, what? The
Well,
success of the
I
song.
I think that's exactly why the song is successful because all that what she just said, it's taken out of the context. And there's nobody arguing about line distribution. That's like a big downfall of K-pop. The stands, they're fighting between each other about who gets more lines. Like that is not. If you want the group to
Do you think
succeed,
do you think that gives weight to how their writers and their team puts together a new song? So we have to keep in mind a line distribution.
I don't know. But if it works, if one person is clearly better than the other two, cut the two, make the solo song. I don't care.
It's Everglow 2.0, and I will die on this hill. Now back to the movie's success. Here's the ugly side. This win doesn't
What's
belong to a
happening
group
with
they can control.
Everglow?
Golden isn't tied to a single agency's legacy or a fandom.
They're doing 4 girls. Remember we watched it.
Yeah, but then we haven't heard an update.
That was like 2 days ago. We did it. A couple days
I
ago.
need an update,
They
obviously.
can milk for decades. It's tied to a movie franchise, and that means the power is
That
in the
was
hands
on
of a production
Monday.
company and distribution giant, not
Probably
some
like
K-pop
Saturday,
CEO.
Sunday, but
That
yeah.
decentralization is every big agency's nightmare, because it means the next cultural juggernaut might not come from an idol they own, but from a project they can't exploit in the same way. As for what's next, Netflix is turning K-pop Demon Hunters into a trilogy and tossing a live-action adaptation into the mix. So we're about to see just how far this juggernaut can stretch before it starts eating itself alive.
A
Right
live
now, the movie's streaming numbers are
adaptation?
insane. The brand is
Ooh,
suddenly a
ooh,
household
I
name
already
even for
see
people
the
who couldn't
drama.
name a single idol a month
Who
ago.
gonna be
From a business
casted?
standpoint, it's the perfect
All the
moment to
vocal
lock
people, please
audiences
come
into
to
a
the
long.
front. Who's gonna be casted? Because honestly, it's hard to see someone who do these covers. Because some of the covers not covering.
They should cast K-pop idols, like the acting K-pop
What do you
idols, not like
mean? What do you
Jisoo's and them.
mean? They have. I would think they would cast K-pop.
No, they
idols.
have to, cause who else they're gonna? They have to, cause they can't really cast K-drama if they can't sing. That would just be weird. I mean, they can
Unless
cast
they're part of
K-drama
musicals,
actors.
No.
They can cast K-drama actors if the, for the
can
non-singing
sing.
roles, but for the singing roles, they have to draft idols, and not just idols, like actual good. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be good singers because it's film, so you can correct it. But yeah, it has to be idols, I think.
Long-term franchise. But
This
here's the
reminds
double-edged
me
sword.
Of High School Musical, learning that Zac Efron cannot sing for real.
Trilogies and live-action adaptations have tanked more promising IPs than I can count. One wrong creative choice and this could go from K-pop's global breakthrough moment to remember when Netflix tried that K-pop thing? The trilogy plan makes sense if, and this is a big if, they treat it like an expanding universe, not a stretched-out cash grab. The first movie nailed a balance between music, action, and accessible storytelling. sequels need to deepen the world building, not just recycle the same fight choreography and song drops with shinier CGI. Otherwise, it'll fall into the Twilight trap. Massive initial hype, but each installment feeling like a diluted echo of the first. And given that K-pop thrives on novelty, fans are not going to tolerate watching the same monster fight, dramatic ballad, and flashy group number formula 3 times in a row. As for the live action, that's a whole separate minefield. The jump from animation to live action is where so many franchises go to die. Just ask Disney, who's turned their classics into lifeless Uncanny Valley wax museums for a decade now. Part of K-pop Demon Hunter's charm is how animation lets it be over the top without looking ridiculous. In live action, the same choreography, outfits, and demon designs could slide straight into campy or cringe if the production design isn't flawless. And let's be honest, Netflix's live-action track record doesn't exactly inspire faith. Death Note, I'm looking at you. One bad casting choice, one botched CGI demon, and the whole thing turns into meme fodder instead of a cultural event. Business-wise, though, Netflix clearly smells Twilight levels of potential. Multi-film arcs, endless merch, soundtrack dominance, maybe even spin-off series for breakout characters. If they play it right, they could build a K-pop cinematic universe that keeps casuals invested and gives the music side a constant pipeline of hits. If they play it wrong, we'll be watching it rot in the content graveyard next to the Divergent series. 3. Somi's back with Closer. First off, the MV. I get the idea of going darker and more mature visually since she's 5 years into her career, but good lord, who decided AI horrorcore was the move? It technically matches the dark hypnotic vibe they're going for, but let's not pretend this is...
I didn't get AI in the music video.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any AI there. CGI, yeah, sure, but I don't think there was AI.
some breakthrough only AI could achieve. CGI has been doing this for years, and it would have looked better without the sloppy glitches. It's cleaner than Blackpink's Jump disaster, I'll give her that. But it still feels wrong. And before anyone comes for me with a "but you use text-to-speech" argument, TTS is an accessibility and delivery tool, not a replacement for human creativity. I'm not outsourcing my ideas, opinions, or editing.
I would disagree with that. There has been not complaints, but arguments that she takes her thoughts from Reddit and just puts it to the text.
To a bot. I'm just using a voice filter to get them across. AI in MVs, on the other hand, is literally cutting out entire teams of VFX artists, designers, and illustrators because it's cheaper and faster. That's the problem. It's replacing skilled labor, not enhancing it. There's a difference between using tech to share human-made work and using tech to erase the humans who make it. Sonically, Closer is butchered by its 2 minutes and 38 seconds runtime. The intro build-up alone eats 55 seconds. Atmospheric pads, filtered percussion, Somi's breathy vocals stacking tension. That's a massive chunk of time in a sub-3-minute track. In dance music, a build like that demands a big satisfying release and development. Here, you get robbed blind. When the drop finally lands, the core idea is actually solid. A hypnotic, slightly melancholic synth EDM hook with a pulsing groove. It's moody, it's atmospheric, it locks you in. But then that chant-out post-chorus slams in immediately and it's a total clash. It's like blunt force trauma just as the groove starts to breathe.
Yeah.
That was very misplaced. That chanting, very misplaced. Did not like that at all.
Instead of letting the synth hook hypnotize you, the chant yanks you right out. It ruins the vibe the instrumental worked so hard to build, feeling less like part of the song and more like a desperate TikTok bait moment. The real crime, though, is the length. In dance pop, the magic happens on the second or third chorus pass. That's when you thicken the texture, drop a counter melody, layer the bass, and sharpen the percussion. Vocals should level up, ad-libs, harmonies, more power, more urgency over the groove. Even small tweaks to the hook like key changes or rhythmic shifts would have made it feel alive. Closer hints at that kind of evolution, then just pulls the plug. This sub-3-minute trend puts replayability ahead of musical payoff, and Closer is a prime victim. It's built like a proper dance track. Long intro, build, drop, but chopped down to streaming bait. The result is incomplete. The mood, the atmosphere, the potential of that groove, all sacrificed to keep the algorithm happy.
You see, it's saying that it's incomplete. However, it's like a cover. It's no reference to be a Sean King.
I found that very interesting as well. She did not mention Sean Kingston once, which to me says two things. One, she didn't get that opinion from Reddit. That is her opinion. Two,
because the way she said how developed it was, like it takes you there because it's already been done.
yeah, it's a
been
cover.
copied,
It's not. Yeah,
but then the part where she took you to, of course you didn't like it because it was so off-putting.
because it has nothing to do with the original song, whereas the rest of the song is the cover. I'm very surprised she didn't clock that. That means she doesn't know Sean Kingston's music. So she's either very young, which is like sub 20. Well, not sub 20. Sean Kingston, that song came out in 08, I think I said. So she has to be born in 2000s.
We've seen like her clock, like when they
That's
did, like,
what I'm
other
saying. It's
references.
either that, so it's either she's very like young, 25 or younger, or she's, I don't know. How do you not know if you're older than 25? How do you not know beautiful girls?
Because there was this one group that came out and it gave exactly the song that it was, but it was a much older song. That girl group.
What? Maybe Monster with Hot
No,
Sauce?
no.
I don't know. I'm very surprised she didn't clock it. That was so
Can I see
obvious.
the comments
That
here?
that was such an obvious cover of Beautiful Girls that I'm very surprised she didn't clock it.
Because she's giving credit how beautiful the opening was.
Because the
Where
opening
they
is
took
Beautiful
you.
Girls. Fuck, ruined our reaction for Billboard. Wow. Wow, way to go.
I didn't see anything.
I did. I'm not gonna say what I said, but what I saw, but so our gold.
Maybe we shouldn't have been. Okay, guys.
No, I want to see if anybody's gonna
I
address,
don't
but
think so.
everybody talk about Golden.
Yeah, because that was a good chunk of the video. What was the results?
You'll see when we react to Billboard. I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Okay.
Can they disband already? Oh, Blackpink. Wow. Yeah, we're not talking about June Somi at all, but I'm very surprised she didn't clock the Sean Kingston reference. That was blatantly obvious. Like, whatever.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. Cheers, much kindness as possible.